In the quiet town of Eket, nestled between thick mangroves and forgotten colonial ruins, stood a house no one dared to enter. Locals called it Manta, meaning house of whispers. It had been abandoned for decades, yet every night flickers of light danced behind its cracked windows, and soft murmurs drifted through the air like smoke. The elders wanted their children to stay away. That house eats people, old Mama Arit would say, shaking her head, but like most warnings given to the young, these words only made the house more interesting. Iniobong was a third-year student of the University of Uyo, studying engineering. He didn't believe in ghost stories. He believed in logic, in science, in things he could see and touch. When his friends dared him to spend 1 hour inside Manta, he laughed and accepted without hesitation. Village superstitions, he scoffed, packing his backpack with a flashlight and his fully charged phone. One rainy October evening, as thunder rolled across the sky, Iniobong set out. The path to Imanta was overgrown with elephant grass that scratched at his arms. The house loomed ahead like a sleeping giant, its walls thinned with age. The rusted gate groaned as he pushed it open. Inside the compound, even the rain seemed to fall softer, as if afraid to make noise. The front door stood slightly ajar, inviting him in. He stepped inside. The air was thick and heavy, like breathing through wet growth. It smelled of old wood and something sweet and rotten. His flashlight revealed a narrow corridor with peeling wallpaper, but it was the handprints that made him pause. They covered everything: walls, ceiling, floor. Some were small like a child's. Others were impossibly large with fingers that stretched too long. Iniobong pulled out his phone to take photos, but the screen went black dead, even though it had been fully charged. Just the humidity. He muttered, though his voice shook. He continued deeper, his flashlight cutting through darkness. The corridor opened into a parlor where furniture stood covered in white sheets. A grandfather clock in the corner had stopped at 3:33 a.m. Then he heard them. Whispers. Soft at first, like wind through leaves, but they grew clearer, forming words that froze his blood. Iniobong, Iniobong, come see, we've been waiting. The whispers came from a door at the far end, dark wood carved with strange symbols. Against his will, his feet moved forward. The door creaked open by itself. Inside, time had stopped. No dust, no decay. A wooden table held a single burning candle. Around it sat 5 figures in 5 chairs, human-shaped but wrong, their edges blurry like smoke. Their eyes were hollow pits. They wore clothes from different eras: colonial dress, 1970s bell bottoms, modern jeans. All 5 heads turned toward him in perfect unison. We've been waiting, they whispered together. Iniobong tried to scream, but no sound came. He tried to run, but couldn't move. The door slammed shut behind him. His flashlight died, leaving only the candle's glow. The figures stood slowly, their limbs bending at wrong angles, bones cracking. The woman in colonial dress reached out with fingers that stretched impossibly long. When a cold hand touched Iniobong's forehead, the world exploded. Memories not his own flooded in. Rituals by candlelight, blood on floors, chants in painful languages. He saw a cult leader with wild eyes, proclaiming they would live forever by binding their souls to this place. He saw them die one by one, trapped between worlds for decades. They had needed 5 souls to complete the ritual. Now they needed a 6th. They had been waiting for him. Iniobong felt his soul being pulled from his body like thread from clothes. He tried to fight, but couldn't. The last thing he remembered was sitting in the empty sixth chair that appeared at the table. The next morning, Iniobong's friends reported him missing. The police searched everywhere except the one place everyone feared. Now, if you pass Manta on a quiet night, you will see 6 shadows behind the windows, and if you listen closely, you would hear a new voice among the whispers, young, desperate, forever trapped. The house is patient. It can wait. Will you be the servant?